the Untitled podcast. I am your host, Autumn Alexander, and per usual, on this show, we talk about movie news, video game news, TV news, whatever type of news in the entertainment industry. And since we are still in quarantine and doing this from home, I have to get as much news as I can, and some news is really, really old, and some news just broke today. So, before we get to our topics, I'll have my lovely co-hosts introduce themselves.
It is me on my everywhere, JDL Arts. I draw, I write, never at the same time. It's kind of annoying.
Hello, I live in a noisy apartment, so I apologize for any background noise you may hear.
Your shoulders are disappearing.
Well, I like to disappear sometimes.
So do I. But you know what I like to do? I like to use that power to disappear to appear behind my friends. And it's hilarious because I'm 6'6".
What's up? It's your boy, your favorite unflushed toilet water.
I wonder what your name's gonna be next week. Next time.
I apologize. I apologize if you hear the vicious murder in the background. I'm playing Mortal Kombat.
Who you main as?
Scarlet.
I don't think I'll use her.
Ready to get into the show?
Our first topic is The Rock revealed himself as Black Adam as part of the DC fandom thing they had in like August. And a lot of stuff happened during the DC fandom, but this was like the first one. This is pretty much like the actual like image of himself as Black Adam.
Yeah, it's the concept art anyway. It looks good.
Yeah, it looks good. Like my only like main concern about this is that I'm afraid that if I see this movie, that I'm only going to see him as The Rock, and I will not see him as like the character. That's kind of like a curse a lot of like big movie stars have, is that they can play any role, but the audience
it's almost the same character.
Yeah, like the audience will only see them as like their celebrity persona. So I feel like with every role that The Rock has, not every role, but like mainly his movie roles, I just see The Rock. I don't really see him as the character he's portraying. So hopefully that will change with Black Adam, but who knows at this point. We don't even know if this movie
was pretty good, at least.
Yeah, that's why I like Johnny Depp as an actor, because he really like gets into his roles and he does like full makeup, full costumes. So you don't see Johnny Depp, you see the character.
Sometimes.
Yeah, Johnny Depp is good with like he's versatile,
sometimes.
but he's also like a method actor, so he gets really into it.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes with Johnny Depp, it could be like, okay, well he's playing Jack Sparrow, or he's playing the Mad Hatter, or he's playing Sweeney Todd. But like sometimes Johnny Depp is just being Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
I'm just going to see it because it's The Rock.
My point exactly. Like, will you see him as Black Adam, or will you see him as The Rock?
I'll see him as Black Adam, but I'm just going to go see the movie for The Rock. I don't got no faith in this movie.
Can you smell what Black Adam is cooking?
Yo, the last Rock movie I saw was the one with him, Tooth Fairy, I think it was. That's the last Rock movie I saw.
Yeah, that was this is getting a reboot.
Yes!
Why?
Go!
That's happening in 2021.
Damn.
Like with every other movie.
I don't know why you're expecting any other movies this year, Chibi.
I'm looking forward to two things in 2021
that came out this year.
Anyway, so yeah, Exorcist is getting rebooted, and it's happening in 2021. I don't know why they're rebooting this, because I don't fucking know anymore.
It was already perfect. It was already a classic. Can we get some original ideas?
There are original ideas. How many times I have to keep telling you this?
Like what?
The original ideas just don't get enough advertisement,
Palm
honestly.
Springs. It was a movie that came out this year on Hulu. Exactly my point. There are original films that are being made. They just don't get advertised that
Well,
well.
I don't have Hulu,
I
so I
kind of
don't
want.
know.
Did Enola Holmes drop?
Yeah, on Netflix.
Okay,
Yeah.
I do want to see that. That looks fun.
All right.
Next.
So Wonder Woman
That
1984
armor.
trailer premiered in August, and I watched it, and we saw Cheetah. We saw what Cheetah was going to look like, or is
Wait.
going to look like in the movie.
I totally missed that whole trailer.
Me too.
Oh well, you got your first look at what Christian Wiig looks like as Cheetah, and more of her motivation. And apparently, she gets her powers from Maxwell Lord because he has this like machine that grants people wishes.
So it's still a little bit magical in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing Diana uses that to bring Steve back. And I'm guessing that Christian Wiig uses that to give herself powers because she feels like Diana has everything and she has nothing.
How did she look as Cheetah?
CG.
Oh,
Just
Kind of
CG.
like the Injustice one.
bad or good?
Kind of like the Cheetah from Injustice 2.
Kind of like who?
Kind of like the Cheetah model in Injustice 2.
That's pretty decent.
But dark. But like dark.
I meant like, how does she look live action Cheetah? Scale
Yeah,
from 1
it's
to 10.
about Injustice 2.
I give it a 5.
So an average.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, I mean, it was shocking. I was like, because I knew she was gonna be Cheetah. I just didn't know what it was gonna look like, and I didn't think they were actually going to CGI her as a fucking like Cheetah, but they did.
At least it looks better than the nightmare CGI they did for Cats.
All right, so we will be talking about more Wonder Woman later on. New Batman game, Gotham Knights. It's coming out, I think, next year.
I'm playing it.
What?
I may not pre-order it, but I'm gonna play it.
What did they do to Robin's costume?
That's Red
Tim.
Robin.
That's Tim Drake, not Damien.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tim. Oh.
Which Robin did you think it was?
I don't know, but that costume need to go.
It's Tim
That's
Drake.
Comics.
That's Tim Drake. If you're thinking of the Robin from Teen Titans, he's Nightwing already.
They should put Damien. I don't.
Damien might be DLC.
Nobody wants Damien.
Also,
I like Batgirl.
I don't think Damien's first train of thought in hearing that Bruce is dead isn't going to be continue Bruce's work protecting Gotham. Damien's gonna hunt down the person that killed him.
This game looks really fun. Like I saw the trailer and I was like, oh, okay, a game without Batman in it. That's cool.
I saw a game dev thing. They did a video with showing like some gameplay. They said that the way it's set up, it's multiplayer. It can be local or online multiplayer. More than one person can be playing as the same character because it's not likely you'll be having the same build.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
But best believe, I feel like if I'm playing with Eric, I feel like Eric's going to be running around with Red Hood, and I'm going to be using Nightwing.
You already know me too well.
I already know.
Red Hood, I'm going to whoop ass with Batgirl.
Batgirl looks fun too. Batgirl out here with a tonfa.
But I'm definitely going to be running around as Red Hood.
But Tim, he hacked into the Watchtower's teleporter. That's how he's teleporting everywhere.
I don't even care if they put in missions that you can't even use a character. I'm going to find a way to use Red Hood in that mission.
I think you can. I mean, like they're like through the story mode. I think they said like there are each character has their own little story mode arc or something. But I don't think there's anything really stopping you from playing as another character in a certain part, other than like going back to it anyway. I don't know. I'm still playing it anyway. Not fun.
Oh yeah, it looks exciting, and I doubt I'll even buy it. I'll just ask you guys, like, hey, how was the game? And you can just tell me all about it.
We gotta get to start playing some video games.
I'm so into doing other things. It's just,
We gotta get you to at least play Among Us, aka the Betrayal Simulator.
all right, moving on. So we got Idris Elba, who will be playing Bloodspot in James Gunn's Suicide Squad, and we have other Suicide Squad news as well.
Yeah, that's better than trying to make him the new Deadshot.
Yeah, like this is what he'll look like in the movie based off that teaser that was released. And Idris is just anything Idris is in, then I'm definitely gonna check it out because he's great. And when I found out he was technically replacing Will Smith, I'm like, okay, well that's a good choice to replace Will Smith.
He's Deadshot, but not Deadshot.
Yeah, exactly. He's Deadshot, but not not Deadshot.
What is Bloodspot anyway?
Some obscure DC supervillain. They're using a lot of people in this movie.
So like freaking what was his name from the first movie? That got his head blown off.
Slipknot?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Slipknot. Real obscure.
Or as I call him, the sacrificial lamb.
Look, someone had to die.
Yeah, and
Someone had to die. Someone had to die so they knew the bombs in their necks were serious.
And it had to be the Native American man.
He did say the movie was mind-blowing, though.
But thank God for the new Suicide Squad so we can just pretend that the 2016 one never existed. Even though they have the same Harley Quinn, same Boomerang, same Amanda Waller, same...
I'm expecting this movie to just feel like Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a bunch of misfits who aren't necessarily good guys, but they gotta come together to stop something anyway. What is that?
Yeah, but yeah.
Is it a drill or chainsaw or something?
Alrighty, we got so this is concept art released from the Flash movie that I still can't believe is happening. And
I hope Ezra Miller learns how to run.
There's Michael Keaton Batman in this piece of artwork. So apparently he's definitely going to be in it.
It's Flashpoint.
I still don't understand why Ezra Miller is still the Flash after that video surfaced of him choking a woman.
Because he did it in a Flash. Why?
What?
What?
What'd you say?
Nothing.
I don't think DC has the kind of pull to get a new person yet. Like their track record for everything since like 5 movies hasn't been that good.
I mean, they made it pretty clear that they're not replacing him. They're not even acknowledging this incident. So it's kind of like, okay, well, I guess Ezra's getting away with choking someone, no consequences or anything.
Maybe it's a reduced payment.
Maybe. I just think it's weird that he's just not, like, the video was out there in the public for the whole world to see, and they just haven't commented on it at all. But
I'm mad he did it himself. He could have called 1-800-CHOKE-A-BITCH. But no, he had to take matters into his own hands.
He just shouldn't have been choking anyone. But that's besides the point. But yeah, Flashpoint's happening. Pretty much going to use that movie
They're trying to use Flashpoint to reset everything.
To take out Ben Affleck.
Be like, some mistakes were made.
And apparently,
there was the incident with Superman's mustache.
Apparently, Ben Affleck is going to be in this too, as his like final curtain call as Batman. And I'm like, okay, well, but here's the thing though. If they're going to do Flashpoint, doesn't that mean they have to recast pretty much everyone?
Not really.
No, not really.
Flashpoint reset the timeline. It didn't really make anyone look that different. If anything, all it really did cosmetically was change what their outfits looked like, not them as a person.
And probably made them homicidal maniacs.
All right. Well then, okay. All right. Well, we'll see how Flashpoint goes. Hopefully, it's good. But you never
Ooh, I
know.
hope they don't. I hope they don't say Gal Gadot is in Flashpoint. I mean, it'd be cool. It'd be cool, but I don't want to see. I don't want to see a live action Flashpoint Wonder Woman.
I don't
Why?
know if Gal Gadot is even going to be in it. We just know that it's Flash movie, Flashpoint, Michael Keaton Batman, and Ben Affleck Batman are both going to be in this.
I remember when Michael Keaton was doing Homecoming. Tom Holland said that when they were trying to do like fight scenes, he kept like saying "I'm Batman" and making him laugh.
That's funny. All right, so we got two posters from DC fandom of the Suicide Squad, James Gunn's Suicide Squad, and this is pretty much all the characters that are going to be in it. And this is
Who
like
the hell is Polka Dot Man?
hmm?
Who is Polka Dot Man?
You don't know Polka Dot Man?
Characters I don't
No.
know.
Is he like? Is he like the friggin'? Is he like the whole? The spot from Marvel where he's like covered in dots, but they're actually like wormholes and stuff, and
No,
he fights
he's not
Spider-Man
that cool.
sometimes.
No, he's not that cool.
He's not
In the
that cool.
comics, he literally just ran around robbing banks in a polka dot outfit.
Really?
There's
Yeah,
just like there was this rumor going around that there are actually two separate squads, that like the more obscure, outlandish characters are like one squad, and like the more hardcore characters like Harley Quinn, Bloodspot, King Shark, are
So they
like
got Mongol?
another team. It's like another team um that Viola sent in, that Amanda sent in. Like like there's a rumor going around that Amanda sent in the first squad, and they're all like taken out, and then she sent in pretty much the next squad to finish what the other squad started. I don't know how true that is. That's just something I heard, but I thought it was interesting. If that's the case.
Is this the Mongol that I think Mongol from the War World Mongol? Like the one that goes toe to toe with Superman?
I don't know.
I'm looking at the very bottom row. I was like, excuse me? It's like this is so. If this is
All of
who I
these
think it is, he goes toe to toe with Superman. How did he even get captured?
like
You know who we need now, though, right? We need Rainbow Raider.
Is he in here? Rainbow Raider is not in here, but I wouldn't put it past him to show up.
You're Marvel. I'm not even sure.
who
Rainbow
knows?
Raider is Marvel.
I am excited for this film. I think it's going to be great because James Gunn just has not disappointed me with any of his films. So, and I think he was the perfect person to direct a Suicide Squad movie. I don't. I understand at the time he was at Marvel and they had to get David Ayer, but he was not the right person to be directing a Suicide Squad movie.
I'm expecting this movie to feel like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, yeah, it's going to, like, it's going to be a James Gunn film, and you're taking characters that are outcasts and making them likable and relatable to the audience. So if James Gunn, if he can do that with the Guardians of the Galaxy, he can definitely do that with Suicide Squad as well. Pretty much redeeming the brand. So we'll see how that goes.
Maybe
I'm
get these
just here for
characters
Harley
some.
Quinn, and that's it.
You can watch Birds of Prey for that.
No. Oh.
Birds of Prey feels like it has the more. Oh yeah, Static Shock.
Yes, Static Shock movie is in talks at Warner Brothers. Has not been confirmed. It's just in talks. So
If they cast anyone as Static, it should be Caleb McLaughlin from Stranger Things.
it should. And he's like I think he's like 18 now. Like he's the oldest of all the kids. And Noah is the youngest who plays Will. Which is kind of wild looking back on it. It's like, what? But yeah, I think he'd be a good Static Shock.
Yeah.
And it's about time that Warner Brothers starts going into using their more diverse characters. Like, yeah, Superman, cool. Batman, another Batman, cool. Whatever. Wonder Woman, great. What about your
They
other
got
characters?
they got to start with their Trinity before they pull in the obscure ones. They even did that with Marvel.
True.
That is true.
Yep.
Tony, Tony, Cap, and Thor is the Trinity of the Avengers. That's what it is.
Yeah. It's just we've had like many Superman movies and Batman movies, and only have one Wonder Woman movie. Well, technically two now, but it's just weird that so many Superman and Batman movies, but like we only had one Green
Well,
Lantern movie, which was trash. Never had
Wonder Woman
another
had that
movie.
series with Linda Carter, and that was fire.
I know, but that was a show. Like I'm talking just about like movies.
It was a show, and it was a show, and it was so iconic that Linda Carter still gets represented in other shows. Like she was the president in Supergirl.
Well, as she should, because she earned it. But yeah, Static Shock. Hopefully they do cast Caleb. If not, they cast like a really good actor play this role, and hopefully.
Like it should be Caleb.
All right.
that?
So is Scarecrow. So the Titans has cast Scarecrow for season 3. So
Ooh.
he's gonna be.
Okay.
Ooh, more
I
Is
better
Titans.
Donna Troy
see.
coming back? I don't care if Donna Troy doesn't come back.
I better see some superheroing and some fighting this season instead of just drama.
There's gonna be lots more drama.
The Titans are
There's
the
gonna
Titans as a series is kind of like the Fantastic Four. They are a family first, superhero second.
Well, I'm here for the superhero.
Then watch Teen
I want to
Titans.
see pew pew pow 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 pow.
just stay watching the original Teen Titans, or
The
even
difference is with Fantastic Four, they got an amazing villain in Doctor Doom.
Doom is like everyone's villain, to be honest.
But he started out with Fantastic Four.
He did.
So they got an amazing villain who
but
can whoop all four of their asses.
Scarecrow, and Titans.
Man,
I'm down for it.
I
I'm
can see
okay
it, but
with it.
honestly, who's his beef with? The only one in the Titans he really knows is Nightwing and Robin. And I don't even know if Jason's still Robin. He might be becoming Red Hood next season. And again, I don't care unless Donna Troy comes back. Donna Troy died last season, and I'm still mad because Superboy was right there.
I don't know. It just announced that he was going to be in it. As I don't know if it's like as the series, as a season villain, or just like cameo villain. I don't know.
He might. I hope he's just like some kind of one shot. I don't see someone like Scarecrow, who is honestly just like an afternoon type of villain for Nightwing on his slowest day, to be the kind of villain that puts the Titans in a run through their money. Also, the Titans shouldn't really be that susceptible to any fear mind games from him, because when Raven can't control her powers, that's what starts happening. Everyone starts seeing their nightmares.
So Shazam 2 has an official title called Shazam: Fury of the Gods.
that sounds fire though.
It really does.
I like that name.
That's fair.
Fury of the Gods.
Black Adam is Egyptian gods. Shazam is Greek gods.
Didn't in like the little teaser that of Black Adam that they revealed like Dr. Fate, Enchantress, like all these other characters are going to be in it?
I would love to see it. I would love to see a live action Justice League Dark, or at the very least, just live action Zatanna. I mean, I'm going to see it anyway. Shazam was one of the few movies DC actually did good with.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to see it. I like the title, and it says like, oh shit, we could have many like gods in this freaking movie going up against, well, either meeting Billy Bassett or going up against Billy Bassett. I don't know. It's just I thought this title was really cool. So Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game trailer came out. Did y'all see the trailer?
Nope.
Yes, I
No.
saw it.
I've
I'm
heard
just
of
here
it, but
for
never seen
Hardy.
the
That's
trailer.
it.
And trailer. The Batman trailer premiered, and it was
Oh, that one was
Yo.
good.
awesome.
I'm not impressed.
Can we just acknowledge how I think he beat that man to death. The one that said, "Who the hell are you?"
Oh yeah, he
I mean, yeah, he did
He
all
beat
of
that boy
that.
to death.
He did all of that. Well, he did like 9 hits with one hand, and then gonna say, "I'm vengeance." It's like, okay, Bruce. Okay,
that
sounds
was
like look like you're trying a little too hard though. Like, use your other hand.
I'm not gonna lie.
according
He
to this. Apparently, he's been Batman for like a year. It's like his second year as being
he's
Batman.
still relatively new at it.
Yeah, he's still relatively new, and we can tell by the trailer that he's still like.
He does look
so
a little
it's
angsty. I will say that.
this one's probably going to be like the Man of Steel situation, where we got a Superman who is brand new at being Superman. We didn't have Superman. We had this kid with superpowers who was taught to do what he could to help people if he felt that was the right thing to do.
I'm not gonna lie. He
He
looked a
wanted to
little.
stop- he wanted to stop the aliens. The buildings happened to be in the way.
When he took his outfit off, he looked a little angsty.
Angsty Bruce, of course.
Well, yeah, he had the black makeup on his eyes, and of course he had black makeup on his
Yeah,
eyes.
I saw a picture of that. I was like, what
He
is
looked like
this? Is
shit
this
when he
Gerard?
takes the
It's like, is
when
this
he
Gerard? I
takes
think
it
I
off.
saw that when I was watching Umbrella Academy. I was like, wait, is this Gerard Way? Is this someone from Panic at the Disco? What is this emo thing? Oh, it's
Well, of
Bruce
course
Wayne.
he's gonna look like shit when he takes the helmet off. Like everyone expect you to look clean cut when you take it off. No,
No,
you
I
look like crap.
like. I know you're gonna be sweating and beat up and looking like shit. I don't expect you to look angsty
The
though.
black eyeshadow.
I like the black eyeshadow. It
He
makes
took when he took off the helmet. He looks like the dude that I walk up in the school and goes like, "Yo, you want to worship Satan?" Straight out of Goth. I mean, it does make sense since he's in Gotham, but the level of angst.
I mean, maybe he is full of angst and anger and
Angsty Bruce. He's still fresh in the throes of the death of his parents, as all vigilantes must have. They must have their parents.
Hold up. Sorry to cut you off, but Catwoman looked fire.
I barely got a really
that was
good look at
definitely the
it.
beginning of her.
Yeah, I can.
You
Zoe,
could
it's
tell
Zoe
it was
Kravitz, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I can see Zoe Kravitz as
You
Catwoman.
could tell it was like the beginning of her start because she didn't even have like a full costume. She just had like
It was just like some just throw on.
yeah, there's something that she threw on, but it also had like the little ears on her hat. It was cute. Yeah, you can definitely tell she's getting her start.
Isn't he fighting in this one? Going after the Riddler?
Yes. That was who that was. That was Paul Dano. He was like in that mask and all that gear. Like that was the
Am I wrong? But did I see Penguin in there too?
There was a guy.
that was
They got
Colin Farrell as the Penguin. But before he became the Penguin, like
They got Penguin.
it was like
So this is before he reached Danny DeVito's status.
yes.
It's Penguin.
Pretty much everyone in this movie is like before
I
they
know
who they are. Besides James Gordon. Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah.
So yeah, this movie looks lit. I'm excited for it. I'm mad that well, apparently Robert has recovered from the coronavirus and he went back to filming. I'm like, why are y'all having him film? He just recovered from a deadly fucking virus. Let him rest.
That man's a soul. I thought that was gonna keep him down.
They really want to make this movie.
He must have had it for a while because like I'm like, damn, he recovered fast.
Well, depends.
It all depends. System.
I think based on what I was hearing back when people were saying they might have had it all the way back in like what December. At the shortest, you could probably have it for like a month and a half, maybe a month.
But yeah, I'm just kind of annoyed with Warner Brothers. They're trying so hard to get this thing wrapped up. I'm like, y'all don't even know if it's coming out on time. Y'all saying 2021, but it could be 2025 at this point. Like Robert could be like in his freaking 40s by the time this movie comes out. So
Don't say that. I plan on being dead by 2035.
So the Powerpuff Girls is getting a live action reboot on the CW.
Stop.
I just
Asked for this.
die.
Stop.
No one asked for this.
I'm gonna die. Like,
Cut it out right now.
Oh
Okay.
wait,
I
is this the one where they
did
were
not
supposed to
ask for
be
this.
like middle-aged women, like
No,
young women, or like
Yep.
The
in their
concept-
20s, regretting the fact they spent their childhood fighting villains?
yes. But here's the thing, though. I don't hate that concept. I just hate the fact that it's in live action and on the CW. Like, just make it animated and put it on, like, do like a whole Harley Quinn TV show vibe. And just, like, make it a freaking comedy, make it brutal as hell, and just go that route. Why does it have to be this teen drama, angsty bullshit? Like, I'm just tired of it.
Bring back Tara.
Because it's going
bring
to.
back Tara
I'm telling you,
Strong
this is
and
going to be the next
Wes
Riverdale. It's going to be.
What
I
are
don't
they
want
gonna
that.
do for the costumes? Like,
What are they gonna do with the villains?
Party.
You need to have a
Yeah.
freaking
A
dude.
live action Mojo.
You need to have a freaking dude.
Live action
being-
Mojo Jojo would just look like Gorilla Grodd painted green.
I'm a freaking drug dealer. With my freaking drugs off of me. Like, I just.
Yo, I just thought of something.
What?
What if they try to introduce the Rowdy Rough Boys and have them beat up the girls? You know how people are going to get upset at that?
Do you
Oh
remember
my
how bad it
God.
was when they made the poster for X-Men Apocalypse and people were mad that the poster had Apocalypse choking out Mystique?
My point exactly.
Like, this is feminism.
That was
to destroy the world. You think you won't choke someone?
That was really
This
stupid.
choking is. It is. It's stupid. Well, honestly, like, I don't see it working out. Like, as much as I love my superhero shows on the CW, there's a threshold of the drama I will tolerate, and there's a threshold of tolerable drama from the people who aren't actually in the superhero life.
wait, how are
Like-
they gonna how's it gonna translate? Is Bubbles gonna be like the super preppy girl, and
That's
then
Blossom.
We
and
have
then
no idea.
Buttercup's gonna be like this
Ew.
goth chick, like
We
how?
already
I don't-
know that
This is a
Blossom
hot
is the
mess.
preppy one. We already know
Apparently,
that
all
Blossom is
three
the
of
preppy
them
one.
are
No.
resentful, and I'm just like, the concept could work. Just don't have it in live action, and don't put it on the CW.
The
Yo, that's
CW
going to be nasty.
had 2 shows of
What are you talking
3
about?
sisters
I just-
superpowers, and the remake of that first one didn't really do that well. The first one was Charmed, the original one. The second one was the reboot. That wasn't that good. Typically,
I just had.
transitioning a cartoon to a live action version, it don't really work that well. The execution, because it's not the same. It's not the same when going from animation to live action. Part of the,
I just had a
I
thought.
feel like part of the value of the show was the animation style.
I need to see a trailer.
What were you saying, Eric?
I just had a thought. What if they. What if they made like those, what are their names? The Measle group? That's all slime? The
You
Measle.
mean the Amoeba Boys?
Yeah.
Or the Green Gang,
No, not the Gangrene Ground, the
the
Amoeba Boys.
the Amoeba Boys, yeah.
No, they probably won't even do the Amoeba Boys because it's so outlandish. That's why, again, I'm like, a show like the Powerpuff Girls, you cannot do it in live action. It just, you want it to be realistic. There's nothing realistic about the Powerpuff Girls. There are
Like the-
3 little girls making a fucking laboratory.
Like the Gangrene Gang, you could
They
just
have
paint
Power.
green and you.
Like, what the fuck? I just don't like, if they want to make them older and they want to bring it back, then make it animated and put it on HBO Max. You can go a full-on Harley Quinn with this freaking show. But for some reason, they're choosing to put it on the freaking CW and film it in live action. I'm like, I just can't even.
And the CW got crappy CGI.
Depends on the show. Depends on the show and how much money they have. The CGI in the Flash is pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not watching this show. I just wish they would just let the Powerpuff Girls just live on Stop trying to bring it back because every time you do, it always sucks because you don't understand what Craig McCracken was trying to do with this show. It's so obvious they don't understand. It's so obvious they're so focused on the brand of Pop-Up Girls, they don't actually care about the show itself because they know people love the Pop-Up Girls and they know it's a big name. So they're like, oh, and they're just focusing on nostalgia and not actually the show itself. And it's pissing me off.
Oh yeah, they're like, people like the show. Let's make a spinoff. It's like, okay, are you gonna make sure the spinoff keeps the things that the people actually liked about the show? No, just
No.
like take the show, make it different. Let's watch it anyway. Sure. And then you'll get treated like and then they'll get treated like the first model of the like the first Sonic the Hedgehog model.
That was sometimes. So this is a first look at Disney's next animated film called Raya and the Last Dragon. And apparently the main character has been recast. Originally it was Cassie Steele from like Degrassi fame, but now it's Kelly Marie Tran from Star Wars who has been cast as the lead character Raya. And this is her like companion who's like a mixture of like a pillow and a bear. And it takes place in this like mystical like ancient Chinese land. Not much detail has been actually released in the synopsis of it. This was like the first image that was rendered for the film, so they had to like do it. Now they're working on it at home because of COVID. But it looks stunning.
I heard the name already.
Huh?
I heard the name and I'm interested already.
Raya and the Last Dragon?
Yeah.
Because it was announced last year at D23, and it was supposed to come out in November of this year, but then it got delayed to March. So, and it's probably going to get delayed again, like all these freaking movies, but
once they stop putting in the contract that the movie has to release in theaters, then they'll have more availability.
But they're gonna have to we'll get to. I have a whole rant going on when we actually get to like the end of this video, about the Marvel films being pushed to 2021. But yeah, this looks like it has a lot of promise. So then we get to some sad news, that I think we should talk about a little bit, mainly about who Chadwick was. And I just want to say, I wish Shakur and Brendan were here to talk about this.
I think Shakur might have died.
Represent.
Shakur might have died.
Yeah.
Probably.
But it was big news, and I can remember, even though it was only a few weeks ago, but I can still remember like where I was when I heard the news. I was here in this room and I was video chatting with Brendan and Lauren, and I just went on Facebook like I usually would. And I saw on his own Facebook page that it was announced that he passed away from colon cancer. And I was reading it. And the more I kept reading it, I was like, oh shit, this is real. And the more I kept scrolling, I just kept seeing it and seeing it and seeing it. I'm like, yo, this is fucking real.
Yeah, I was here in my room. I think I was just here. I was trying to draw some stuff, I think. Work out some character designs for a comic or just new characters in general. And yeah, I got a news alert on my phone, and it said that he died. And I'm just like, I didn't believe it at first because there have been celebrity scares before. I was there when there was a death scare for Gabriel Iglesias, which was even funnier when he talked about that on one of his specials. And I didn't really believe it at first, but then yeah, I went on Facebook and I started scrolling and I just kept seeing it again and again. And so yeah, then it just said it's real. And my mom came in, we talked. I messaged Brendan because like I was hurt.
Yeah, because I was the one who told him. Like
I was hurt.
Because like we were all video chatting, and I was like, oh my God. And him and Lauren were like, what? And I was like, Chadwick Boseman died. And they were like, what? And I'm like, yeah, like I'm reading this long ass statement that was released from his family that apparently he was battling stage 3 colon cancer for 4 years, meaning that he
Had
made
it through all these movies.
he made 8 films while battling colon cancer.
What?
Like
Holy shit.
apparently if he was diagnosed in 2016, I'm not sure if he was diagnosed after he got the role in Civil War or before he got the role in Civil War. But you watch it and you're just like, you would not know. Like he filmed Black Panther, he filmed Civil War, he filmed Endgame and Infinity War while doing chemotherapy, while went through multiple surgeries.
Oh my god.
And I went and now
Filming.
I looked back on that picture that was released of him in April when he was
When he
looking,
was like really skinny and stuff.
yeah, then I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, well that makes sense then. Because he was probably dying then.
Yeah.
And I just hate the fact that the internet, being in the internet, had to make fun of him for the way he looked, not knowing what he was going through. And I'm hoping that's a lesson for everyone, that if a celebrity or if anyone just looks sick, you don't know what's going on in people's lives. It's not like he didn't want anyone to know. Hell, Marvel didn't even know he was sick.
What?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
didn't know.
I would feel like that's like one of the places that you would let know about these things.
I'm pretty sure if he told Disney he had stage 3 colon cancer, they wouldn't have let him film.
I mean, maybe that would have been the best for his health. Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, it
But
depends on the stage. Like if like stage 1 or 2, then he probably could have beat it. But stage 3 or
He
stage
was
4,
stage 3 for like 4 years.
and it advanced to stage 4. So I don't think there wasn't anything he could have done, and I don't think Marvel would have fired him. So, Chibi and Eric, how did y'all find out about Chadwick's passing?
I was with
Instagram.
Shakur. He was over here and we were like watching TV or something. And then like we got like a notification about it.
I think I told him.
I was just I was just laying back in bed scrolling through Instagram. I saw it, kind of blew it off because I didn't believe it. Then I saw another, and I said, "Hold up!" So I finally looked in Google and typed them in, and I saw it everywhere, and I said, "Oh, this is real."
I knew it at first. I thought it was a joke too, but then the first thing I saw was on his account on Facebook, and I started reading. And you know when they have like the black and white picture of someone who passed away, I was thinking, oh, I had like a weird feeling about it, but I didn't think that he passed. But the more I kept reading it, and it was so detailed about like everything that Chadwick was going through these past couple of years, I was like, yeah, this is real. And the more I kept scrolling, I kept seeing it, and I'm like, God damn, 2020. Like,
God damn it. God damn.
but yeah, so R.I.P. Chadwick. You know, Disney just came out with a mural that someone painted in one of their parks honoring Chadwick, and it was a beautiful piece of art. And yeah, I just think that people should watch his other films and see what an amazing talent he was, and not just talent, but as an amazing person that he was. Like he went to the children's hospital, like cancer facilities, knowing that he also had it, and trying to cheer children up who was in the same situation he was. And the fact that he was able to film all of these movies and like not let this diagnosis get him down, not let it stop him, to keep him going. He's like, no, I'm going to have this career. I worked my whole life to get this. I'm not going to stop because of this disease. And he didn't. And it's sad that, at the age 43, he was taken so young by something he had no control over. So yeah, it just shows you to just value the life and value the people that you have in your life, because they can just be gone like that. And so R.I.P. Chadwick, you will be missed. And I think he has one more film coming out that he filmed before he passed with Viola Davis. I think it's a Netflix film.
I think it's called Tenet.
No, not Tenet. That's John David Washington.
Oh.
And I encourage people to, watch his other films and,
Damn, Sabrina, that's fun.
21 Bridges is a movie I still want to see.
Yeah, I gotta see like that too. All right, moving on.
On the opposite end of the news, aside from Chadwick's death, Melissa Benoist, the star actress of Supergirl, just had her baby a few weeks ago.
Oh,
Good
yay!
for her.
Yay!
Good for Marley Rose becoming a mom.
Hmm.
That's for Glee fans out there.
I fully believe that Supergirl definitely got recommended as I definitely believe that Melissa got recommended as the actress for Supergirl because of Grant.
Most likely, yeah. So unfortunately for me, another freaking show that I grew up watching. Well, not grew up. It came out when I was like in the 8th grade, and I watched it until college. Pretty Little Liars is getting a reboot.
Oh,
Because
I heard about that.
Why?
I don't even know why. I
Why?
have no idea. Like, first of all, they tried to bring back a sequel series called The Perfectionist, and it was terrible. I watched the pilot, and I was so bored. I'm like, I don't know if my tastes have changed since Pretty Little Liars ended, but this show was so dumb. Like, it focused on this character right here, Allison, who, for the majority of the show, went missing. And these 3 girls and another girl was trying to figure out what happened to her. Apparently, she was never murdered. She just went away because she was terrified, because she was being stalked by this person called A. And there were multiple people who were A. And it was finally revealed that A, the real A, was her half sister/brother.
What?
I can't even get into it right now, but it was really dumb, and the conclusion was equally dumb. And then it had a sequel series revolving around Allison and her being a professor at this college with another main character, Mona. And then they were focusing on like 4 other college students. It just didn't work. It was just so predictable and boring, and it's just like, who asked for this? So that got canceled, which I wasn't surprised. So apparently they have to reboot it with, and I don't get it. Like, Pretty Little Liars came
Leave
and
it
went.
alone.
It was for its time. It came and it went. Just leave it alone. Just leave it alone.
Networks just want to capitalize on what was popular. They don't. I don't think they know how to move on and make new stuff.
They really don't. I'm just getting so tired of this. It's like, guys, just continue making original shows. I don't even know why they would even bring this back. Like, what else is there to do? What else is there to say? It happened. Now,
The easiest way to tell when they're lying is when their dialogue sounds normal and not like it was printed out of a 1990, not like it came out of a 1997 printer.
Anyway, it's just, I'm just done with this Hollywood. I'm just done with you. So Silk is getting a live action TV show.
Who?
Oh, Silk.
Is Silk strong enough to carry her own show?
I'll watch it.
It's for Sony TV, which I guess it's a streaming service.
Is Silk one of your favorite spider people already?
Who, Silk?
Yeah.
Yes, she is.
Okay, that's how you'd watch it. I don't know enough about Silk to know if she can carry her own show.
I don't know anything about Silk. I just know that she's a spider person. That's it. And I heard, well, I don't even know if she's going to be in Spider-Verse 2.
Imagine like a Latin American
Voice.
Spider-Man. Imagine like a Latin American Spider-Man, except make it a she. The webs are organic and they come out of her fingertips, and she has talents.
Did you
And
say
mix
Latin?
her with a little bit of Electra.
Bro, you know Silk is Asian, right?
I thought she was Latin American. I've only read like 2 comics.
Yeah, she's
I've
Asian.
only read like 2 comics where she showed up in.
She's a Chang. She's a Chong.
Okay, so make Spider-Man Asian. Make Spider-Man an Asian female with organic webs, half Electra, and the webs come out of her fingertips, and she has talents.
Ah,
And
cool.
make her has a very high opinion of herself.
So Silk is like very conceited.
She has her moments where she's humbled, but when she first came out, she saw herself better than Peter Parker.
So it's kind of like the Jane Foster Thor situation.
Almost, just with Spider-Man.
Well, I hope it's
They
good.
ran into a lot.
If you watch it, Eric, let me know how it is.
I will. I'll pay for that fucking streaming service.
Apparently, this hasn't been like officially confirmed, but like the director of Napoleon Dynamite wants to do a sequel,
No.
and I'm just like, why? Like
Can we
Kill
not?
it
There
with
are other
file.
movies that can be made.
like there was a freaking animated TV show that didn't work. So why do a sequel so many years later? Like
It's not like with
all-
Incredibles where we were literally waiting for it and it stayed animated. Or what's another movie where the sequel came out years later, but it was actually kind of worth it?
So yeah, I don't really know why this is gay. He wants to do a sequel. I don't know if it'll happen.
I mean, I feel like in terms of a creator, when you make anything and it works well, part of your mindset is probably going to go like, I should make another one of these. But that doesn't necessarily mean you'll carry through with it. I write stories and stuff, and I finish one, maybe finish like one, and I'll like actually finish like 1 in 50 stories. Every other one ends up on hold. I'll finish that with like, I should write a sequel to this, but then I never touch that idea again. It just sits on back burner. I mean, maybe he just said it at an interview, like maybe he wouldn't mind making a sequel if the opportunity came up, but like no one really needs it. Napoleon Dynamite was fine. It was there for its time. We don't need another one. Kids of today are not rushing to the theaters to watch Napoleon Dynamite. They don't care. It's not
us. Like I grew up watching this movie. I still love this movie to this day. This is a 2004 movie. Leave it in 2004,
please.
Please. So apparently The Walking Dead is ending with season 11, and they're also doing a Carol and Daryl show and an anthology series.
So The Walking Dead series is ending.
Yes.
The franchise is not.
No. And I gave up on this show in season 9 because they didn't have the balls to kill off their main character. They made us think through the whole episode because they were advertising, promoting, this is Rick Grimes' final episodes. I watched all 6 episodes, and then we got to his final one, and I was expecting him to die. They spent the whole goddamn episode teasing that, oh, he's going to die here. Oh, he's going to die here. Oh, he's going to die at this moment. He was literally had a wound because he got like penetrated on this stick thingy because his horse threw him, because his horse was being surrounded by walkers and it threw him off and he got impaled by this sharp stick thingy or whatever, piece of wood. And he spent the whole episode just trying to stay conscious and try to stay alive. And he just kept like flashing, like going in and out of consciousness, seeing all the people who have died during the show's run, interacting with him and talking to him. And at the very end of the episode, when he gets to the bridge, and mind you, this bridge was like kind of like a whole big deal throughout all 6 of these episodes. And he gets to the bridge where all the walkers are, and he sees all of his loved ones, like pretty much trying to get to him, and he blows up the bridge to pretty much save them. And it made it look like he died in the explosion. No. He did not die in the explosion. Apparently, the explosion was so goddamn big, it threw him into like a ledge, like not like a ditch. Threw him into a ditch, and one of the characters who you haven't seen since like season 8, I think, finds him, and she radios in a helicopter to pick him up. So apparently Rick is still alive in the universe, just going off wherever, and apparently he's getting his own movies. So gonna pick off right where they left off. And to me, that's when I was like, okay, I'm not watching this show anymore. This gorgeous man right here, Jonathan Majors, has been cast as a major villain for Ant-Man 3, and it's going around. People think it's going to be Kang the Conqueror. And if you don't know who this is, he is the lead in the HBO show Lovecraft Country, which I just started watching, and it's really
I recognize him from the poster with Journey Smollett.
yes.
And I need her as Black anymore.
And now he has been cast in Ant-Man 3 as a major villain. Don't know which it is, but some people think it's Kang the Conqueror.
And until I get confirmation from an official source, I won't get my hopes up. There are a lot of major villains, and people were speculating the major villain would be Kang the Conqueror, since the Avengers were dealing with time travel in Endgame. And when you think of major villains involving time travel, you get Kang the Conqueror.
I don't think it will be him, because he would be like a really big villain to like not to use for Ant-Man, because
Well, Kang
normally it takes multiple people to take him down.
Kang shows up in multiple forms across multiple timelines. So it's probably kind of like if they say Samuel L. Jackson was given a major role in Iron Man 2. And then we find out he's Nick Fury in this movie for like maybe 10 minutes in total. I'm here to talk to you about the Avengers.
I'm not sure who he's playing. It just said major villain. I'm like, okay, well, I just have to wait and see what Marvel says, like who he's actually playing. I'm just glad that he's going to be in it. 'Cause I think he's really great. He's a really good actor from what I've seen him in so
What'd
far.
you say he was?
Huh?
What'd you say he was from again?
Lovecraft Country.
Never seen it.
It's on HBO Max.
I don't have HBO Max. That's why I haven't seen a lot of these shows.
It's good. It just like if you even watch a trailer for the show, it's pretty good. So Tatiana, Tatiana Maslany. I'm sure I said her name wrong.
Tatiana Maslany or something like that.
Thank you. Has been cast as She-Hulk in She-Hulk TV show, and this is some really good casting right here. Really good casting. I'm all here for it. We don't know who it is. She was on Orphan Black, and she won an Emmy for Orphan Black because she played like multiple characters. She pretty much played the whole goddamn cast in that show. Yeah, I think this is a great pick for She-Hulk. I was kind of hoping that the actress from Brooklyn Nine-Nine would have got it, but you know, it is what it is. I still think this is a good choice overall. And I'm excited to see She-Hulk and to see where that goes. But who knows when this shit's gonna be filmed, when it's gonna be out. And speaking of Marvel, I think wait. Right. Harley Quinn. It's been renewed for season 3, and I just finished the entirety of seasons 1 and 2. This has to be one of my favorite animated shows of all time. Like, it's just so damn good.
You look like you're about to have a seizure over there.
It's so funny and it's heartwarming and it has touching moments. And like you just buy these characters. You just Clayface, I think, is my favorite. Like I love Clayface, I love Harley, I love Poison Ivy. I like literally all of the characters are great, except for Dr. Psycho. He can go fucking burn in fire. I hate him.
I don't think you're supposed to. I think that's the whole point. I don't think you're just supposed to like Dr. Psycho, especially if you're a woman.
I love their take on Batman, though.
Oh yeah, their take on Batman.
Batman
Batman's
is
great.
like a really tired dad.
The
And
Joker.
these are all of his.
Joker was one of my. I can't even pick a favorite character in the show. Like they all just bought their freaking A game, but the Joker just had me like fucking.
I'm
dying.
I'm partial
I'm mad
to
what they did with the Joker, man. That was
I'm
funny.
The
partial
Joker was
to
funny as
Ivy.
hell.
Ivy and King Shark are two of my favorites. One of my favorite interactions in the show was back in season 2, or maybe that was season 1, where she saw her parents, and the mom was just like, "Well, I just wanted you to go to school and be able to marry it. And why couldn't you just be a normal Jewish daughter and marry a doctor?" And Harley's like, "I am a doctor."
Oh, I love that episode.
Yeah.
That episode was so good, and I was like, damn, no wonder she's so fucked up. You good?
It missed. It's a mosquito in here. It bit the palm of my hand. I'm going to kill it.
But yeah, this is like the best version of Harley Quinn like ever. Like
The Harley Quinn in the show is what the DC universe wishes they had.
right. Even though I still like Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn, I really do. It's just this version right here to me is more like they have more freedom to do more with her.
Yeah.
Like with the DCEU, it's kind of constrained a little bit, but with this version,
rating.
this bitch literally ripped off Penguin's nose with her.
The show is rated R and it's animated. There's literally like nothing they can't have these characters do.
Which was like the perfect way to go with this show. That's why I'm saying for the Powerpuff Girls to do the exact same thing.
That's what I was saying a few sessions ago, talking about like if I want to watch an action movie now with a lot of fighting, I want it to be rated R. I want some good action. Because like if I'm going to see fights, I want like a good fight, not like a PG-13 down censored fight. Like if I'm watching fight scenes in Captain America, the Winter Soldier, they're good, but I get more hype about fight scenes from movies like The Old Guard or something. Because The Old Guard, same stunt team, but The Old Guard is rated R. So it's like these people aren't holding back at all.
No, not. And even the relationship between Harley and Ivy, like you buy it, like automatic, like it was built up, and I bought the relationship. Even though I felt bad for Kite Man, just a little bit, but I was so happy when he called it off, because I was like, oh, please don't do that cliche where she leaves him at the altar, and I'm glad they didn't do that. I'm glad that Kite Man was like, yeah, I know what's going on here.
I feel bad for Kite Man because his name is Kite Man.
But I love Kite Man.
Kite Man is lit, okay?
Kite Man's such a sweetheart.
He is a sweetheart. He deserved better. I love Ivy. I just
feel worse about Kite Man than Dr. Psycho.
At least Dr. Psycho can sound threatening. Who the fuck gets yo, don't make me call Kite Man in here. What?
Dr. Psycho doesn't sound like a supervillain. Dr. Psycho sounds like, I don't know, you're just calling, I don't know, you think I'm crazy. You're calling a psychiatrist, but you call him Dr. Psycho. Okay.
I like Dr. Psycho, but I hate Dr. Psycho at the same time. Like, he's like the only character I love.
He's the character you love to hate.
Yeah, I love. But yeah, this show, like, I originally I was not going to binge it, but then I just kept. I watched one episode and I was like,
and you needed more.
I needed more.
He was trying to pace himself watching Umbrella Academy season 2. He's like, what happened to watching like 2 episodes a day? He's like, I was weak.
I was weak. I was
Yo,
so weak.
when that shit dropped and you told me, I watched
Yo,
one episode. I watched one episode. I watched the one episode and I was like, okay, I'll go wait till tomorrow. I went on YouTube and was like, fuck this, I gotta go back.
It's like I
Binged
was
all
so
shit
weak.
that one night.
these
I was
episodes,
so
they
weak.
kept ending in ways like I gotta know what happened now.
Right, like I was like, ah, damn it, I gotta keep going. I can't just. And like the show is so freaking funny. Like like Billy Joker is the character that makes me laugh the most. Like he was just so freaking funny.
It's like people
Like
don't.
there was one line that
It's like people don't understand about the Joker. Yes, he's a psychotic, mass murderer, but he's also comedy relief.
like there was this one line that he said that had me rolling. He was like, "You think I'm just some basic bitch?" I was so dead. I was like, "No, he did not just say that."
Yes, he went there.
And I went back and rewatched. I was like, "Yo, did Joker just really just say?"
But he said it with such attitude too.
You missed it. Yeah, but I can't wait for season 3. I hope they explore Harley and Ivy's relationship more now that they're together.
Mhm.
And it was so organically built up. You knew it was gonna happen, but you're like, okay, when is it gonna happen? And it did, and it was glorious.
Yes, yes.
All right, so now we got WandaVision, and we had a trailer. First, they released this poster, and then they had a trailer. I was honestly shocked that they had so much for WandaVision, and like not even that much for like Falcon and Winter Soldier. Like I thought that they would at least have more from Falcon and Winter Soldier, but they don't. And I'm glad they have more for WandaVision because I I think I was looking forward to WandaVision the most because of this outlandish, like this crazy concept. Um, and they didn't even announce when it's coming out. They just said coming soon. I'm like, well, it must be really soon because you have this poster, you have like footage, like you released a full-on trailer. And they didn't say if they were going to be continued shooting. They probably filmed the whole thing. They just have to like probably edit some more stuff and add some more visual effects. But yeah, like I'm really like this show just looks bonkers and in a really like good way. Like you
I
see,
think Wanda's powers are evolving from the psionics and latent magic to the full-on reality. I think WandaVision is the MCU's version of House of M.
Yeah.
But yeah, that trailer was so damn trippy. Like everything started glitching out and all.
and I love the Catherine Hahn's character, like the neighbor. I love
Yeah.
how she comes into the house. She's in her sitcom attire, but when she leaves the house, they're back in like modern day, like completely modern day. Like she had like this long hair, like it had a little color in it. I'm like, are you like an agent or something? And you see Monica Rambeau from like I think that's her
Yeah,
house.
Monica. I hope she's Spectrum. I hope she is or becomes Spectrum in this
And
series.
it looked like she was coming from the future or some shit like that. Because I know
Oh,
that
it's more
I
like
got
present day,
Snoop
I
Dogg
think.
fried and watched this.
It's more like present day because Monica was the little girl in Captain Marvel,
hmm
and so she would be an adult in the present day.
yeah. But yeah, it's I find it interesting like when you walk into the house, you're in pretty much in sitcom world. And then when you leave it, you're back in normal day. I think it's going to be switching between sitcom world and normal day, and like present day. And
I can't
I
wait.
love this poster. Like it's so like
Mhm.
it like captures it like it automatically grabs your attention.
That joint look
Yeah.
crazy.
The way it looks definitely makes it like whatever it is Wanda's doing.
hmm Like this is
Whether she meant to do it or not. But now it's in a situation I feel like if it is House of M esque, then she would realize someone would bring it to her attention that this world isn't really what happened, and then they'd have to like convince her to like leave it or put everything right again. I
Hmm.
think I
But it's
remember seeing
also
theories. I remember seeing theories that this show would tie into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
That's what I heard too.
I heard that too, but we don't even know what's going on with that film because we have a new director, Sam Raimi's now doing it, and I don't know if he's gonna keep what Scott, um, I can't remember his last name, was gonna do, or is he gonna completely like change it up?
I
So
do hope they feel like a horror though.
yeah, I hope they keep that horror element to it because to me that's like literally the most interesting thing about that project, and the fact that Wanda's gonna be in it as well, and that this might tie into that film, but hell, with COVID-19, they're probably shifting around a lot of fucking shit. So
But did the trailer for WandaVision, did that confirm that Vision is still dead? Because the lady said to him, "You're dead."
They said he's supposed to be dead.
Yeah.
So either she knows something he doesn't, or this is some world where he never got the gem yanked out of his forehead.
Mm.
or maybe Wanda brought him back to life.
But she
Maybe.
would need the gem for that. I think he
Yeah.
still has the Infinity Stone in his head, right? I gotta watch the trailer again.
Yeah, me too. I think he still has it in his head because that was the last time that she saw him with the
No.
gem in his head.
And
So
plus, he can't without it.
yeah, she can only use the memories that she has of him. So yeah, he, like Eric said, he can't live without it. But
But
this,
if they wired it the way Shuri suggested, she could have just removed it real easy. But no, Thanos had to take that thing out like he found that
he
last.
ripped that bitch out. Like he just yanked the shit out. All right,
Why do,
well,
why do you fade to gray like a? Why do you fade to gray though?
because he's no longer working. Like he's just a dead robot. Well,
Oh,
I'm excited for this. I hope that it comes out near the end of this year, but you never know. So, The Croods has a sequel called The
I thought
Croods: The New Age.
I thought I made that. I thought I was like half asleep when I saw this. Like, wait, they're making a sequel to The Croods. I took Nadia to see this movie when she was like 12.
Yeah, they announced the sequel like years ago, and it just kept getting delayed and kept getting pushed forward because I guess there was issues with the story. But now, with the story, it seems like the Croods, this family, is actually going to be meeting this family, who apparently was around the whole goddamn time, but started their own civilization. And as you can see, they're more proper and petite compared to the Croods, who are, you know, have been living actually in the outside world, while they have been inside this world. And the daughter has like it's kind of like a whole Tangled Rapunzel situation. Like the daughter has never actually been outside that in the real world, and Eve is gonna like actually show her like, hey, like there's a life. It's like more than to life than actually inside these walls. And then it seemed like Guy was actually becoming more comfortable being inside this community, this new environment. So it just seems like a very predictable story, but I don't know how, like this film has been in development for a really long time, so they're probably like, just fuck it, let's just go full on cliche. And it still can be good. It's just from the trailer, I feel like they put the whole movie in the trailer. Like
Probably.
I got exactly what I was expecting when I saw this. Um, so yeah, it looks interesting. It could be good, like the first one, but we'll wait. We'll see. We'll see. I'm just glad that DreamWorks is releasing more films. I just wish they'd stop making fucking sequels.
What's up with Illumination? What they do up to?
Uh,
Minions,
Minions.
Of course.
minions, more minions, all of the minions. They haven't stopped since the sick of them.
It's called Minions: The Rise of Gru. So it's another prequel, pretty much,
Of course.
with Gru as a fucking kid, because that's what people wanted to see.
That's what people want to see. No
So,
one actually.
so Supergirl got canceled.
Yeah, it's their season 6 will be their final season.
About damn time.
I think they were trying to end the show kind of like on their own terms, similar to what Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did.
Well, I
They
only
don't.
saw the first season and like half of season 2, and then I was like, okay, I don't care anymore.
Yeah, I was getting tired of it anyway. It's time. It's time.
I like Supergirl, so I'm gonna miss the show. I'm definitely gonna miss seeing Kara in crossovers and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, she still could be in crossovers.
Well,
Only wanna miss-
that depends. Supergirl might be canceling, but we might still be seeing Kara in Lois and Clark is not the show.
I'm gonna miss Alex, my
That's
homie
the
Jay.
old. What is this one? What's the new one coming?
Wait,
The new one, Lois and Superman,
Yeah.
taking care of their kids.
But I'm kind of shocked that Supergirl is the one ending. I thought like the Flash would end before Supergirl because it's the second in line.
Melissa just had a baby.
I know, but I'm just saying.
She wants to spend time with her baby.
I mean, that's fine. Like, that's all well and good. But I get what she be saying. She's saying, like, since the Flash was around a lot longer and has more seasons, it's kind of like, wouldn't the Flash be next to end? But I get
in terms of longevity, you'd think so. But in terms of popularity, the Flash is kind of at the top of the list.
The Flash constantly gained much more ratings than Supergirl.
Yeah, the Flash is kind of at the top of the list for popularity. Black Lightning's doing pretty well. Batwoman had a shoddy first season, but honestly, all of these CW superhero shows, their first seasons were never their strongest seasons. They were strong enough to greenlight a season 2, and season 2 was always better.
well, R.I.P. to Supergirl. And
season 6 is supposed to last a little bit longer than every other season that'll be airing around the same time. I'm not sure what the main antagonist is going to be, but yeah, it's their farewell season.
well, I hope you like it, Jovan.
I mean, that's what happens when you cast Alan Harper as Lex Luthor.
I enjoyed the age. I'm gonna be sad when the series finale hits, but I'll deal with it. Same way I dealt with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ending this year too.
No, that actually hurt.
It did. It was wholesome, but it hurt. Like I'm not getting any more of it.
So Black Widow, Eternals, and Shang-Chi all got pushed to 2021, which was inevitable.
I'm not that upset about Shang-Chi. I have no opinion on. I am a little upset about Shang-Chi. I have no opinion on the Eternals. I'm not that surprised about Black Widow. I can still play.
We don't know anything about these two films. We only know like the bare minimum because, you know,
my level of upset.
That more information was going to come out about the Eternals the closer we got to the release date, the original release date. But then COVID happened, and everything just had to get freaking pushed. So I'm still picking up Black Widow
because he can't.
Why are we getting
like
why are we getting the real Mandarin in a Shang-Chi movie?
I don't
Dead
know.
ass.
Mandarin is
He's
an
a
Iron
thief.
Man villain for one thing.
He's Iron Man's nemesis.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. I don't know.
Because Shang-Chi over here being a thief and can't even get it on.
Anyway,
Shang-Chi villains are Iron.
I mean, shouldn't you be happy that you're getting the Mandarin anyway? And it wasn't he said in Iron Man 3 that the real Mandarin was out there. Like there was actually a real Mandarin.
Yeah.
I would have been in an Iron Man movie.
I would have been happy for Mandarin to show up in an Iron Man movie.
Well, they're done with Iron Man movies. Like Robert Downey Jr. said he's done. He's not coming back.
We have Thor do it.
But yeah, I feel like I'm just never gonna see Black Widow. And when I do, I'll probably be like 30 years old or some shit.
It's okay, Autumn. Maybe at 30 years old, we'll have enough disposable income so paying $30 for Disney Plus won't hurt our pockets.
I just wish they just put on. I know why they're not. It's just they're just being annoying with it. I'm like, people like studios. Just put your fucking movies on VOD. People will fucking buy them. No one is listening to CDC guidelines at all. You're gonna keep pushing these movies back more and more. So just fucking release them on VOD. You can get your money that way. Like, you're wasting everyone's time. I understand why you want these movies to be in theaters. I get it. But as you can tell from the state of our country, ain't no one give a fuck about coronavirus no more. So
The doctors
and
do.
you're gonna keep pushing the movies back more and more. So just put the goddamn thing on VOD.
Wait, what's that quote? People who don't change are doomed to fail or repeat a mistake, something like that.
Those who don't learn from history are doomed.
Or doomed to repeat it.
Yeah, that one.
That is a common theme throughout 2020. That's just a common theme in general throughout the entire.
I saw a post the other day, and dude said, "You know what really scares me? The 2020 finale."
It's Krampus. Krampus is going to come for everybody's souls, and then he's going to set off a nuke in the middle of the ocean.
I just feel like
They're going to set off every nuke in the middle of the ocean, and then America is going to become the new sunken country of Atlantis.
See, with Eternals and Shang-Chi, I'm fine with those being pushed back because they weren't like.
You don't know anything about them yet.
No, I don't know anything about them. We literally had 2 trailers, a poster. The cast is ready for this movie to come out. I'm pretty sure at this point, they don't even care if it's going to be released in theaters. They just want it to be released. Just fucking release the film. Just put it on VOD, Disney. You're wasting time.
New Mutant.
Like, you're literally just wasting everyone's time at this point. Like, these movie studios are wasting people's time. And you're gonna lose money regardless. You keep pushing it, you're gonna lose money anyway. So you might as well just make the money that you can, release it overseas, and put it on VOD or Disney Plus or whatever. You're wasting my time and you're wasting everyone else's time. And our final topic for today, apparently Nick Fury is getting his own Disney Plus show.
What?
Nick Fury might be getting his own Disney Plus show.
Might be.
No, he is. Like, he's getting. It was just announced today.
I like Nick Fury, but Nick Fury getting his own Disney Plus show might as well just be Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. 2.0.
That's what I said. That's what I absolutely said. I'm like,
but
so
honestly,
part 2?
The appeal of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., like, I feel like the appeal of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was that it had a precedent. It started from the idea that was like, it's a simple idea. It's like, hey, Coulson's not dead. Coulson's alive. But he can't like tell everybody else he's alive. Literally, the only other person we see in any of the larger movies that we see in the series is Lady Sif. Lady Sif was the only person connected to any of the other Avengers who knew Coulson was alive. And that was way back in season 1. Well, Lady Sif, Maria Hill, and Fury. That's it.
Well, apparently he's getting his own show. It was just announced today, and
Add Daisy Johnson to a movie.
And the last time we saw him, he was a Skrull, and he was actually in space.
Stupid shit.
So, what, are they going to have a show with him just in space doing his thing? Or are they going to have him come back to Earth and just reveal, oh, I was a Skrull the whole goddamn time?
I think they really just did that
or at least for the Far From Home thing. I do remember.
I really didn't like that. Like, it was
with Tom Holland.
I didn't like that.
That interview with Tom Holland was kind of funny. It's like filming Spider-Man Homecoming, he's all the way in America, but then filming Spider-Man Far From Home, he's like 10 blocks away from his parents' house.
Yeah.
But I think they did that Skrull twist just for shock value.
I think that was just for the Homecoming thing. And not like he was a Skrull the entire time. Probably just for the Homecoming Far From Home movie. Like, it's no way he was a Skrull the entire time. It was just for Spider-Man.
Well, like, what was the point?
Well, clearly something to set up for Phase 5. He was in space. He was in space. That was another thing making me think of dealing with Kang the Conqueror, because the Shield Space Division, it's commonly called Sword. They referenced that in Agents of Shield, except Yo-Yo said Spear by accident. So Fury was in space. That makes me think it's Kang the Conqueror, because Kang's ship, it looks like a giant sword sometimes. But honestly, a show centered around Nick Fury could go so many ways, because Fury just does a lot. But at the same time, I don't think Fury alone is a character strong enough to carry his own show.
I don't think
For
so
what?
either. Like, to me, he was just like, obviously he was important to the entire MCU, but he was just kind of like a supporting character.
He's there. He's there and in the background. He's mysterious. He is the super spy whose secrets have secrets. But then, as a character who can like carry a show, I mean, like, he can't really do that on his own. He needs someone to like work with. Like, Coulson can carry for like an hour at the most. He at least needs Melinda May or Daisy with him to like make a full scene or carry an episode at least. Ming-Na Wen, I love her as Melinda May, by the way.
Well, maybe she'll be in it. Maybe Colby Smulders, Maria Hill will come back and be in it. Who knows? But yeah, I just thought it was like kind of weird. Like, I don't know. But I'm obviously gonna watch it because Marvel and shit. I have a Marvel bias. I feel like they earned it.
I'm a man that was playing Galaga in the first Avengers to get his own TV show next.
He should be there. The man should be like working the guns. He should arm the defenses and play Galaga in real life when they get an invasion.
All right, guys. Well, this was our 10th episode. Even though it didn't feel like when we filmed 10 shows, we have. So thank you so much for watching. And next week, well, not next week, but the following week, we will be doing our Nickelodeon live action bracket challenge. So hopefully everyone will be there attending that. And I'm also going to I'm going to change the Disney Channel one and just separate live action and animated. And yeah, so I'll have y'all say your goodbyes first before I close out here.
Jovan at JDL Arts on everything that matters, signing off. Until next time.
Real Deal Eric Steele, aka Hot Sauce Nipples,
Until next time.
aka Unflushed Toilet Water. Stay tuned.
I wonder what name we'll have next time.
Who knows?
I don't know. Bye. I'm the disappearing magician.
I can still see you.
Leave me alone.
And I'm your host, I'm Alexander, and we will see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.